Good morning and welcome to the Morning Sip. It is another Friday, another windy Friday here, and we are at the Ag Museum. Today's show is called the Variety Show. Why? Because we actually couldn't make a decision on exactly what we wanted to do this show about because there's so many different things. So there will be a lot of things included in this. But today I just want you to take a look at Building 35. I want you to use your imagination and think about what we're going to be talking about. And I'm just going to tell you it has something to do with spring. There's lots of pollen flying around this morning. That's all the hints I'm going to give you. Ty, I'm going to tell you nothing else. All right, so we are talking about spring farm days, and you were taking us all the way back to like the 1800s this morning, right?
Absolutely. The cabin we're in was actually built in 1828. Our farmstead here goes from 1828 all the way to 1960. So we're going to focus on the 1800s this time.
Gotcha. So it is breakfast time.
Absolutely.
And you're showing us exactly how they used to get down back in the day, right?
Absolutely. What we did here, especially with spring farm days, what we're trying to show you is what we would have left after.
Live TV, so we lost sound, but we are back and we're better than ever, right?
That is perfectly fine. We're good. We can do anything.
All right, so you were showing us how to make biscuits this morning.
Absolutely. I put a little bit of ham on the fire over there. We're ready to make that cook. So what I have done, I've greased my pan with just a little bit of lard. Nowadays, we use things, vegetable oils. Back then, they would use the lard. Put a little bit of our fresh flour in our bowl, and I'm just going to mix that up till it gets good and crumbly. And then add a little bit of milk, make my biscuits, put them in there, put the top on them, and then I'm going to cook them on the fire. Anything that you can cook in your oven nowadays, its great-great-grandfather was cooked on the hearth very much like this, and that's what we're trying to show out here at Spring Farm Days, is the relevance of what we have going on.
Gotcha. So thinking about why kids and adults should come, what's your draw?
What we have out here, it's where we come from. We have all of our things, everything that we have out here at the museum touches our food, our clothing, our shelter. Everything we have comes from agriculture in one way or the other. We have a lot of great things to see, a lot of fun things to climb on, the tractors and the cotton gin, small town, our airplanes, but it definitely remains relevant so people can see sustainability. They can learn with our sweet potatoes here. We are in the process of rooting sweet potatoes. We'll actually be planting these probably tomorrow. Learning how to be self-sufficient, learning how to take care of yourself and not just relying on the grocery store for everything.
That is amazing. Now, speaking about relying and teaching yourself how to do things, the Natural Hair Expo is happening this weekend. What can you tell us about this event?
I can tell you guys that it is going to be so big. We have a lot of great people coming in, like fashion expert Jay Bolin for Washington will be in the building, Amika Coleman. We just have a lot of education going on, a lot of look and learns. We even have a kids zone where the kids can jump on the space jump, face painting, all types of things going on, fashion shows, yeah.
All right, so then again, where can I get tickets? What do I need to know before I walk in the door?
So you need to know that today is the last day to get your tickets for $23. At the door, they will be $25, and the kids' tickets will be $10. Yes, so you do need to know that before coming in.
And there's an awards.
Yes, it is an award ceremony going on. We are honoring stylists from all over the area, from Silk Press Artist of the Year, Braid of the Year, Locticians of the Year, Natural Hair Salons of the Year, from all across the state of Mississippi.
Fantastic. Now we're going to take you all the way to Vicksburg because I told you this is a variety show. It's a lot going on this morning.
Not only a run, it's on a run at a place where a significant historical event occurred.
This Saturday, you get to run through history at the Vicksburg National Military Park.
We'll have what's called living history reenactors, and they will be there dressed in period garb, representing both sides of the Civil War. They'll have full uniforms. We'll have musket firings. We'll have cannon firings. They'll talk about the life of a soldier during that time period. Plus, we give a free tour to our runners after the race.
The 10K run and 5K walk doesn't require you to be in perfect shape, and no matter what fitness level you're on, you'll get a good workout.
Doing the walk will be a great way to get you introduced. Now over here in Vicksburg, we do have a lot of hills, but we got a great course lined out.
And once you're done, there will be activities to enjoy while you recover.
We'll have the race, like I told you, we have the after party at the Hampton Inn across the street. We'll have a band playing there. Then after that, we'll have the tour of the park. And then we have an after party at Tony's Seafood that where we're gonna have crawfish, they're gonna have music going on all day long.
You still have time to register all the way up to the start of the race on Saturday at 8 a.m. After that, the rest is history. In Vicksburg, Kayla Thompson, 12 News. Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Sip. Breakfast is being made right in front of our eyes, some biscuits this morning. We are talking about all the things, especially Spring Farm Days, the run-through history happening in Vicksburg, the Natural Hair Expo. That's why this show is called The Variety Show, because there's a lot and we still have a lot more to tell you about. So I'm just going to send it back into the studio for you real quick so we can get the rest of this prepared. Maybe I'll send you a biscuit too. That's kind of heavy right there.
I do like the sound of the biscuits over the fire.
All right, so this morning we are talking about Spring Farm Days, and we're inside the general store, one of the places you can check out when you come here, right?
That's right.
So why is this an event folks should come to?
So Spring Farm Days, first off, kicks off the whole year's worth of events for us, and this is the event where we really emphasize getting things in the garden that you would use throughout the year.
So then you have some products back here behind us too, like pickles and all the things, potatoes. So you're teaching kids and their parents how to make these things happen, right?
Oh yeah, so Spring Farm Days really empowers you to be able to go home, go to your garden, and be self-sustainable at home, which is especially relevant in considering the things we've encountered through the past few years, to be able to go home, make your own food, and be able to survive on your own.
And you're expecting a huge crowd of kids coming today and tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, well definitely today we'll have a couple hundred kids, probably in this space. It'll be full of little kids. And then tomorrow will be a family-focused day, so you'll have the whole family coming, and that's going to be even bigger. I'm expecting at least 500-600 for that day.
Got you. So is it too late for me to register to get in, or what do I need to know?
You just come on from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And so for big groups, like a school group, for example, they would have pre-registered, but especially for Saturday, all you have to do is you just come and be ready to have a good time.
I like how chill you are about it. Just show up. I mean, that's it. Just come on. So just the Agriculture Museum in general, why do we need to make sure we come here more?
Well, so one interesting thing about this space in particular is even where we're standing, you can see remnants of past, present, and future. And so for our museum, we're on 40 acres and we cover a wide range of things as far as gardening, farm life, and then homestead, like we saw earlier with Amy. And so it just really shows you what things were like back in the day, how it's relevant today, and even the tools that are used for gardening or inventions that were used. Those are all empowered, and you can't really look around and see anything that hasn't been impacted by agriculture. Even our shirts, the clothes, the things that gets transported is all affected by agriculture.
Awesome. And in your head, I see you sending me signals to say you're ready to go back and see about the biscuits. So that's what we're going to do in just a few seconds. Stay with the Morning Sip. We're back after this.
Fossils are the coolest things ever. I mean, your inner 6-year-old needs to see some fossils.
And you get a chance this Saturday during the Fossil Roadshow at the Natural Science Museum.
It's the most intergenerational event we have. We'll have maybe about 800 people here, and it's totally the most wonderful thing. It's about 20 years going, a wonderful annual event we have.
There's always opportunities for children and adults to learn something new.
Learn different types of dinosaurs that did different things, and like different animals, like animals I didn't know about. I learned about them today.
Cool place.
I like it. I'm trying to come back here more.
There's no better time to come back than this Saturday. There will be hands-on experiences. And if you've been digging around your home and think you found something interesting, organizers say you should bring it with you.
We're going to have experts from around the state, some of them from across the southeast here. Mainly paleontologists. We'll have a few folks that are archaeologists, because not everybody always knows the difference between an archaeologist and a paleontologist. So we'll kind of help answer some of those questions.
And if that's not enough, you'll also get a chance to look at a pioneer in the industry.
We're also going to see the first ever actual photograph of Etheldred Bennett. She's one of the first women paleontologists that probably none of you ever heard of, but it's a big deal because up until now the public has ever known her by a silhouette, one of those black and white silhouettes. So Dr. Claire is going to do a whole thing on the early women paleontologists.
All of that and more is happening this Saturday from 10 to 3 at the Natural Science Museum. In Jackson, Kayla Thompson, 12 News. All right, have a good weekend, and don't forget about Spring Farm Days.
We'd love to see you today and tomorrow from 9 to 2 at the Ag Museum.